I am not a perfect person in any way, shape, or form. I think I'm one of the people who is the most aware of how flawed I am as an individual, as a man, as a human being, and all those things. But I do my best to be better. And I sometimes take a 10 steps forward, then I might fall there for a period. I might take you to, 2 steps forwards, 3 steps back type of ordeal. And growth isn't necessarily linear. It kind of goes like that, right? But I want to talk about introspection and why it's very important. And I've seen a myriad of things this week that I could react to and talk about, but I want to talk about something that came to me personally when my mortality was tested very recently. So, first of all, I think me and Vince are going to be doing these streams bi-weekly on Kick, the YPTV, kick.com. So, join us on Green Twitch. We're also on Rumble, don't forget about that. And we'll try to put out these solo videos at least twice a week, 3 times a week. It might be mostly me, though. I might have to carry a little bit, but um I've been having some problems with my chest, left side of my body, which I thought it was heart related. But long story short, it's looking like I'm just very stressed out and overworked. And but at one point when I thought it was like could possibly be the end, I remember everything that truly mattered to me becoming very clear and focused. And even though I am a very healthy person, I drink a lot of water. I've been an athlete my whole life. I don't eat nonsense. Not to say I was perfect. I used to drink a lot when I was younger. I used to eat a lot of candy, drink a lot of juice, especially. So it's not like I was perfect, and no one is. But I'm a healthy dude. I take care of myself. I care about my body and stuff like that. And then seeing my physical health kind of fail the way that it did, and me not being able to work out, move, and be as explosive as I want to be was hard to accept because it's the one thing I could always go back on. I'm kind of a physical specimen, so to speak, especially when it comes to speed and agility. And I remember sitting there and thinking about, this year, I would say since 2019, but especially 2020 to this year, you've grown a lot as a dude, as a man. You've grown up a lot. A lot of the stuff you didn't do and didn't used to handle, you started to handle. You've grown emotionally. You weren't very emotionally intelligent because you never tried to be, and you started to be. You started to be a little more open and some other things like that. I had the problem where I used to bottle everything. And then it'll all come out when I'm really angry or really hit my boiling point, so to speak. But this year I fell back into a lot of habits that I'm not proud of, to deal and cope with. If I'm being honest, somewhat slight frustration with where I am currently in the world and in life, and a heartbreak, dealing with something that happened with me back in February that I had to do. And every action that I took in a lot of ways was me acting out and just coping with those things. However, like I said, when I was kind of there by myself in that room that one day, I kind of realized it. I've always been pretty good at that though. Like, if I'm messing up, more often than not, no one needs to tell me. I've always been able to discern by myself, like, this isn't you. What you're doing is childish. This is pathetic. This is loser behavior. Or this isn't you at all. And rein myself back in a lot. And it's something that I wish a lot more people in my life were capable of doing. I don't think this is a skill that I'd argue I see most people capable of doing. They double down or they don't care or they just don't think about it. And it becomes clear to me when I see how some people see themselves, speak about themselves and what they do, and I'll be like, "Is this really what you think, right?" And it's like, you don't think that you're doing this substance because you're running from this particular thing? And then they look at me and it's like the pin has finally dropped. And they're like, "Is that why I'm doing A? Because of B?" And it's like, how could you have how could you be such a backseat driver in your own life? You can't realize these type of things. It's kind of like when I think about people who get really unhealthy from a skinny or fat standpoint. And I'm talking about if it's like not medical. You're doing this to yourself. You're on one day, let's say you're on a five, I don't know. I'm gonna say one day you were 100 pounds, then you were 200, then you were 300. And it's like, didn't it occur to you at 300 pounds or 280 that, this, I'm going off the deep end? Oh, I was 100 pounds. Now I'm 80. Now I am 60 pounds wet wearing boots, combat boots. Like, at what point do the gears in your head start to turn and being like, I am fucking up? I don't know how to instill that into other people. I'm trying because I think it's one of my greatest strengths and the reason why I'm here today, alive today, and still trucking on. My mental resiliency is one thing. Not to say I don't have moments of mental weakness, but I bounce back all the time, and I try to bounce back stronger. But some people, it's just like what? I was trying to remember what I was trying to remember. Some people like don't have an inner voice. That is wild to me. No inner voice, yo. I swear to God, all I do in my head is talk to myself all day, and sometimes I'm talking shit to myself. Like, so you can't do 90, you can't do 100 push-ups. You stop it at 99. Are you a weak bitch? You know, how do you not have an internal monologue? That's kind of crazy to me. But even without that, I don't think that is an excuse for you not to be able to look inward, be introspective, look in the mirror and be like, these things about me need work. This thing about me is kind of undesirable. I'm fucking up here. I could fix this. And I want to be very clear. That's not an easy thing to do. I remember the first time that I had to look myself in the mirror and be like, honestly, bro, I think you're a fucking loser in a joke. It's not to say you don't have anything going for you, but all you care about is skirt chasing. You're a loser. Yo, move up in a corporate ladder. Get some real fucking bread, like long term money and stuff like that. Invest. Get your financial literacy up. Like, I remember looking at myself that day and it hurt because I'm like, I think it was like 24, 25, and I'm like, you're such a loser. You think because you can do this and that with this girl and that girl, that means nothing in the end. That was a big wake up call for me. And every once in a while I have it again and again, and I go through certain things that force me to grow and develop and adapt. But I just want to talk to you guys about that, man. If you're going through anything and you think that's just a part of your life that maybe is whether it's your health physically, maybe your intelligence, maybe it's monetary or something, romantic, familial, friendship related, yo, look inward and look inward honestly and look deeply, and don't look away when you see the ugly thing inside of you. That's like the monster or whatever the case is. I don't think monsters are inherently a good or bad thing. I think if you have control of a monster, you can use it for good. But that being said, before I continue to ramble, I'll leave you all with this. I will always do my best to be as honest with you without incriminating me or anybody in my life. I will. You can always come to me to ask me these type of questions about that stuff, and I'll always give you my best answer if I have one. If I don't, I'll tell you I don't. But one of the things that I think that I am really good at, and if you need help with something like this, which is looking within, I'm good at it. I have I have lost respect and regained respect and lost respect for myself by looking inward and seeing some of the things that I've did and done and have done. I've even told people like there's not a single woman that I think that I've done wrong that I haven't at least at some point reached out to and apologized. Even if I was 14. Because I wasn't a stupid 14-year-old like I've said before. I was intelligent at 14. I was smart at 10. I was, I had really impressive cerebral horsepower at 20. Like I was never stupid. So saying young and dumb never moved me because I was never young and stupid. Inexperienced, sure. Misguided, absolutely. Lacking in wisdom, yes. But I was never stupid. So I'll leave y'all with that. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Like the video, subscribe. We're trying to grow. We're trying to make it here. We're also on Rumble. Come join us in a live stream on Twitch and stay tuned for the next video. Top guy out.